If you like to game competitively, or if you just like to game with your friends, but still would like a competitive gaming mouse, this video may be of interest to you, because we have a new player in the game that, well, they've actually been making mouses for a few years right now, but they just refreshed the lineup. And I'm talking about Endorfy. And what we have here today is their new gaming mouses from the top of the line model, which is actually still relatively cheap, all the way down to a $30 mouse, which they sell, which is extremely good if you're on a budget. So with that said, let's get straight into it. Now, a lot of you guys told me that when I do reviews, I end up just talking bad about other brands by metaphor and tell you guys that basically this brand is not too bad. Now, I'm not saying I'm gonna do the same today also, but if you guys have been around for a while in the PC gaming industry, you may remember a time when Corsair was making a lot of peripherals and they all were pretty good. Like very good actually. And they were also making very good cases, coolers, a lot of cool components. Well, Endorfy has been making cases, coolers, and they are quite good. I've been covering them on the channel quite a lot. So since they made this new massive lineup of products, I figured we may give them a shot. And where Corsair today is failing, I think Endorfy is succeeding. So with this intro, let's go ahead. And we have mostly three mouses which we're covering here today, and it's the Liv series. We have the top of the line model, which is the Liv Plus Wireless, which is what I have over here. Now this one is in onyx white, and it has a rechargeable base. So if you stop playing with your mouse, the annoying part about having a wireless mouse is you have to plug it in with a cable, which is why for my daily setup, I have a wireless recharging mousepad, which is nice, but basically prohibits me from having a cool mousepad under my mouse. So this is the cheaper also solution to not having to charge your mouse because you're lazy like me. So top of the line model is wireless with Bluetooth also, can be recharged on the base, and it's ultralight. You can swap out the components a little bit to adapt it to what you like. They give you stickers, they give you a lot of extra stuff, and it's extremely light. Now we will show you guys, of course, the page with all the specs, but this rivals with the best in the market for a wireless mouse. And the battery life is not too bad. Of course, if you have the base, you basically forget about charging it, because wherever you leave your setup, you just place it onto charge. But even if you got the wireless non-plus version, which doesn't have the base, it's still gonna last you multiple days of gaming with no issue. I don't know the exact number of hours because I've just been using it for 3 days and it never actually reached the end of the battery life. So it's pretty good for a mouse. Now they all have programmable buttons across the lineup, and let's go over the lineup quickly. So top of the line model comes in at 89 euros. Nowadays, which is pretty cheap, especially for Europe, because a lot of components which you guys in America have very well priced, in Europe they arrive overpriced, so 89 euros is actually great. Then we have the mid-range model, which is the Liv Non-Plus. I will talk about the differences in a second. And this one comes in at right around the $50 mark. And then we have the cheaper option, which is the wired, Liv Wired. Over there, it's the exact same of the wireless one, it's just wired. And that one comes in at right over $30. So 30, 50, 90, we can say. Nothing extremely expensive, but listen, these two, they are the same mouse, except one is wireless, one is not, and they go up to 12,000 DPI. They have Kyle switches, paracord cable, they can be programmed via the app completely. The app is actually pretty well made. But the Liv Plus, you're not just paying $40 extra for the charging dock, but it goes up to 26,000 DPI. Now I don't need as many DPIs because I'm not that good with mouse and keyboard, but if you're that good, this is an insanely high DPI number. Like I haven't seen many mouses go that high. It's a brand new controller, switch feeling is very nice, mouse is ultralight, and this is basically where the differences end. The Plus is basically same mouse with an upgraded controller with the docking station. So if you are playing just competitively, you may want to get this. But if you're on a tight budget and you don't care about the docking station, you can just get the Liv Wireless. And if you don't care about the wireless and or you want to save money, just get the Liv Standard. Build quality, they all have a very good feel and they are extremely light. So if you want a heavy mouse, this is not the mouse for you. Another nice thing, which I always do, is as you probably saw by the footage, it wasn't my hands unboxing them because my hands are quite larger. But these mouses actually feel very well, both to me, and again, I have a very big hand and I am pretty heavy-handed in terms of how I play. And they also feel very nice to a girl's hand who has very small hands and plays with her arm. So pretty versatile mouses, I want to say. They are of course going to be good for just day-to-day usage. They are pretty ergonomic, your hand doesn't hurt, and they're pretty nice. There's not too much to say also because I'm not the best mouse reviewers, I just try them out, but I have the luck to try a lot of peripherals out, so I can give you a more experienced view, even though not much technical. And they also sell you a mousepad, which is pretty high quality. What I like about the Endorfy overall is they make just good quality product, don't cheap out on materials. So you may like it, you may not like it. It's a very 3D design, but it feels nice, so you can pair it with the mouse if you want. Overall, these are all very good options, especially again, if you are in a non-competitive market in terms of pricing. In Europe, they are extremely competitive with the pricing, and I can honestly recommend them. And I actually look forward to what Endorfy may be doing in terms of keyboard at this point, because the mouses are pretty nice and they're covering all kinds of segments, because really not many people are spending 200 bucks on a mouse, and there isn't much to buy at that price point. So with that said, let me know what you guys think. As usual, the most important part about this video is going to be the community aspect. So if you guys have one of these and you think it's trash, I really want you guys to text me why, because maybe in the future problems pops up, and I want this video to be like a place where you can just write your problems so people don't buy these products if they end up having problems, or if you have a good experience, just tell me so people know it's decent and they go ahead and buy it actually. Or if you bought something else, also tell me so people can also compare these two different options. And if you watched the video this far, maybe drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another video. This one was a short one, but hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.